Can't believe you'd abandon my son after he had a stroke and became bedridden. What kind of wife are you? Excuse me? I've been meaning to tell you this for a while. Stop disrespecting your mother-in-law. You are looking down on me because I live in the countryside. Cindy, you're not my mother-in-law anymore. Are you saying that you don't even want to think of me as your mother-in-law anymore? No, that's not what I meant. Can you give me a minute to explain? No, I have many things to say to you first. You stopped celebrating my birthday and ignored Mother's Day. How can you not even give me a single call? Please, calm down and let me explain. But before that, is it true that George had a stroke? You don't even know about your husband's condition? Yes, since we are already divorced, I know nothing about his current condition. Now, you're turning a blind eye? It's true. Didn't George tell you about our divorce? He can barely speak. He contacted me because no one else would help him. You should come home now and take care of him. That's why you flew all the way from Iowa. I was surprised to see the house. The place was filled with trash and the smell was awful. It was like a trash disposal site. It's that bad? Why are you acting like a stranger? As I've been telling you, we got divorced and I moved out. I'm not his wife anymore. Seriously? You're not kidding? I'm not kidding. You can check the divorce records if you want. Then why isn't his current wife taking care of him? I don't know, but I know who that current wife is. Is she a friend of yours? She's my sister. What? 2 years ago, George cheated with my sister and kicked me out of that house. So that's why I didn't get any more gifts. I see that my sister did nothing. I was looking forward to receiving gifts from you every year. You had such good taste. I bragged about it to all my neighbors. That's why I got angry. It's so embarrassing. I'm sorry. It's okay. I wonder why George didn't tell me he got remarried. My parents got furious when they heard the news and cut ties with my sister. I guess that's why he was afraid to tell his own parents. I see. You were betrayed. I'm sorry for accusing you, not knowing what had happened. It can't be helped if you haven't been informed of anything. I've been here in California for 3 days now, but I've never seen anyone but George in this house. Where did your sister go at a time like this? I lost contact with her 2 years ago, so I have no idea. I need to take him to rehab, but I can't do it alone. Besides, I can't stay here forever. I'll try to reach out to her. Thank you. She loves him enough to steal him away from you and marry him, so I'm sure she'll take care of him once she's informed of his condition. I hope so. What do you mean by that? Oh, never mind. I'll call you later. Thank you. Where the hell are you right now? Oh, hey sis. Are you trying to complain about the fact I stole your hubby after all this time? I didn't contact you for that. I just wanted to ask you where you are while leaving your ill husband unattended. How do you know about that? Don't tell me you guys secretly got back together. That's disgusting. Your mother-in-law contacted me. What? She came all the way from Iowa. That sucks. She still thought I was his wife and had no idea he got remarried. Why didn't you tell her anything? George refused. It seems like he really didn't want to anger his mom.
So where are you now? I hear that you haven't been home for a while.
I was afraid I'd become ill too if I stayed there.
That's why you left? You know he had a stroke and that he's crippled.
I seriously can't take care of him, especially the excretion care.
You stole him because you love him, right?
Not really. He makes $80,000 per year and his looks aren't bad either. But I couldn't see this illness coming. Besides, I've achieved my main goal, so I don't need him anymore.
What goal?
Your weeping face.
Huh?
I'll never forget your face. Remember when I called you out to the cafe near your house? You wouldn't stop crying, and it was hilarious.
You have to be kidding me. You were crying too, saying, I've fallen in love with George and I just can't stop my feelings. Please let me have him.
I was a great actress, wasn't I?
I can't believe you.
I can return him to you if you want.
Do you understand what you're saying?
If your home appliance breaks, you repair it or throw it away. In George's case, I think it's beyond repair, so...
He's still your husband.
I found my next boyfriend, so I don't need him anymore.
What?
This guy makes $200,000 a year. George is like nothing compared to my new guy.
You stole George just to annoy me. Next, you're going to switch to a new guy just for money?
Well, it turned out that way. But you can't stop yourself from falling in love, can you?
Enough.
Am I being offended?
I haven't forgiven George either. But it's not his fault that he became ill. You could have at least hospitalized him or contacted his parents.
Why should I go out of my way to help him?
Because you're his wife.
So I'm telling you I'm quitting being his wife. Why don't you get it?
Fine, do whatever.
I'm already doing as I please.
Don't think you can easily become happy after betraying others.
Yeah.
If you two were happy, I would never have thought of vengeance. But now that I know the truth, I don't think I can ever forgive you.
What are you planning to do?
I wouldn't tell you.
Well, even if commoners try to put up a fight, we'll be able to beat them easily with money.
Good luck with that.
What did you say to my boyfriend?
Oh, you guys broke up already? That was surprisingly fast. Congratulations on breaking the record.
This is not funny. He dumped me out of the blue with a single text. How is that even possible?
He must have thought you're not even worth meeting in person.
I didn't give you any information on him. So how did you identify him?
George's mom wanted me to find out the truth at whatever cost, so I hired a detective.
Why would a poor hag from the countryside spend her meager pension on that?
Didn't you know that George's family are landowners?
What?
They lease them out to various companies and municipalities, so I hear their annual income is quite a lot.
No way!
You foolishly assume that people in the countryside are poor.
Why didn't you tell me? I would have taken better care of him if I knew that.
I thought George had already told you.
Well, in that case, I'll go back.
To where?
To George's place. His parents can pay for his nursing care. Until George inherits everything, I'll have to stay married to him at all costs.
You can't go back.
Why?
You don't have a home to go back to anymore.
What do you mean?
George has gone back to Iowa. He moved out of that house.
What? What about all my stuff?
That was the problem. There were a lot of ugly clothes and your mother-in-law was troubled. Since you've been disowned and there's no family home to send them to.
Did she throw them out?
No. It would be stupid of her to become a criminal in such a way, so she kindly put them in a storage room.
I'll have to go retrieve them then. I guess I'll just go when I have time.
Are you sure you don't need to hurry?
A storage unit is like $50 a month, right?
Don't underestimate a wealthy person's financial sense. She put it in a top security storage room where people usually put in expensive art and stuff.
What? Just for my clothes?
Good for you. Your hideous clothes are well protected.
How much does it cost?
It didn't fit in the $100 a month space, so she signed a contract for 10 of those.
$1,000 a month?
While packing them in cardboard boxes, she said, "Even a country girl like me can see that she has bad taste in clothes."
How rude of her.
So you'd better go and pick them up ASAP.
But she paid for it, didn't she? Then why would I have to hurry?
She's sending you the bill later. If you don't pick them up by next month, you're going to be paying $2,000.
You've got to be kidding me.
We're serious.
I lost my $200K guy and my landowner husband. It's all your fault.
You'll screw up your next relationship too. I assure you.
You've become a fortune teller now?
Because you don't even realize what you did wrong. You'll make the same mistake again, hurt somebody, and they'll get back at you. That's what it's gonna be for the rest of your life.
No way that's gonna happen. I'm gonna be happy.
Let me ask you a question. Would you treasure some dung you found on the side of the road?
What are you talking about?
That's what I'm talking about.
I don't understand.
George is going to talk to the police about what you did to him.
What?
George couldn't talk much when he was discharged from the hospital, but now he's able to talk a bit more.
So what?
You know exactly what you did to him, don't you?
I don't remember.
It was good until you picked up George from the hospital and put him to bed once you got home. But after that, you just left him there unattended, knowing he was unable to walk. Not only was he unable to go to the bathroom, but he couldn't even eat anything. When his mother rushed to his aid, his place was a disaster, reeking with a foul stench.
Why do I have to take him to the bathroom? It's such a hassle.
You know what they call that? It's called abandonment abuse.
Why is it a crime to just leave him unattended? Are you crazy? He's not a kid, you know.
Say so in court and make a fool out of yourself.
I'm not going to court, nor the police.
Then sign the divorce papers and send them to George's parents' house.
No, I'm not getting a divorce.
The longer you protest, the worse it'll be for you. Give up and sign the papers.
We can take the form of a commuter marriage. George can live with his parents in Iowa while I live here in California and have them pay my living expenses.
There's no way you can get them to agree to such an arrangement.
Anyway, I refuse to divorce George.
Do as you please. You're going to get busy paying alimony and criminal penalties for abandoning your husband.
Oh no.
You should go get your stuff out of the storage room before the cops catch you. You've got a lot of work to do. There's no time for whining.
Sis, help me.
Bye. Miranda was arrested for abandonment abuse to George. Although she was given a 3-year reprieve, it was hell from that point on. I guess she got carried away because she didn't have to go to jail. She went to George's parents' house in Iowa and demanded them to give her half of their land as a property division. Of course, her claim was rejected. On the contrary, she was asked to pay $20,000 as alimony for having an affair while risking her husband's life. She refused the payment and went on the run, but a large, suspicious-looking man approached her night after night saying, "Girl, it's time for you to pay up." She had no choice but to give up running and started a job at a sketchy bar. She seemed to have forgotten all about the storage room, and the rent increased to $6,000. I'm quite sure that she's going to have to work for a while. My mother-in-law paid me $50,000 as alimony on George's behalf for cheating on me. I heard that George is working hard on his rehab. I like to put it all behind me and start over from scratch to find a new happy life.